now I'm having girls basically fight over me at the club. These girls are literally eyeing me at the same time while another girl's dancing on me.
In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly what building an aesthetic physique taught me about female nature and why most guys are looking at it completely wrong. I've dated women from all different types of races, and it all boils down to one thing: female nature. It doesn't matter what place you are. I'm in Medellin right now, and the outcomes are always the same. I was just with a girl last night, and it's the same thing, different font. First lesson is dating becomes easier, but relationships become harder. You have a lot of options, right? Which can be a bad thing, right? Because you always think the grass is greener on the other side. When it comes to dating, more so like long-term relationships, it becomes a little bit more difficult, right? Because they feel insecure and their true colors start to show, right? Because when you have an aesthetic physique, it like shows a status signal almost. And I remember this one chick, she was hawking me down, and this was when I knew nothing about female nature, and I was in decent shape, right? But she was just obsessed, stalking my location. This is my ex-girlfriend, and she would always see where I'm at, always micromanaging me to the point to where it became obsessive. But when you have an aesthetic physique, it puts you at such a high status from a physical attraction standpoint to other women. But it's also a good thing, right? Because it keeps them on their toes, right? But you can encounter some toxic behavior. Number two, it raises your status in any sort of environment that you're in, right? Even in a casual setting, if you want to be in a more relaxed setting, even at the clubs, right? I just went out with to celebrate my boy's birthday last night, and there was a group of girls that were just staring at us. And I hang out with guys that are relatively fit, but I was wearing, a nice fitted button-up shirt to kind of show the physique a little bit, and I pulled the buttons a little bit down so you can see the physique. And these girls were just eyeing us. Mind you, I already had a girl. When you have an aesthetic physique, you're not only signaling attraction, but you're signaling high status, right? Even if you don't have like the financial means, when you walk into a room, eyes are on you, right? Because you have a physically demanding presence. And these girls, like, they were dancing, and eventually we went to go approach them because they were just staring hard as fuck. Mind you, my Spanish isn't that good. I'm in Medellin, so I had my boy come up with me, and we talked to them and got the girl's Instagram. Turns out she has a kid. But my point is, it signals status, man. Like, when you don't have a physique, and I remember when I was skinny fat and I didn't have like the physique that I have now, at least, bro, I was not getting the same looks that I was before. Like, now I'm having girls basically fight over me at the club. These girls are literally eyeing me at the same time while another girl's dancing on me. So I'm like, mad competition, but that's what females love, and that's what you guys need to understand is female nature is competitive, right, to the core. So if you can't attract other women, you're not going to be able to, number one, keep the girl you currently have or attract new women. So you have to make sure that you're in top physical condition, because that's going to be your best bet. Lesson number three, this is the one that most guys struggle with the most, and I struggle with this in the beginning, bro, is they test you. They test you more when you look better, when you have a nice physique, and you just look overall aesthetic, because I feel like the body is like the complete, right? If you have the physique, your jawline's gonna pop out more. It's good. Your features are just gonna look a lot better from a leaner standpoint, right? You don't have to be like a bodybuilder, but just like a lean, athletic physique. That's like peak physical condition for a man. Broad shoulders, nice V taper. They're gonna shit test you. I've gotten so many shit tests, but the trick is to not react to those shit tests, because that's basically them seeing like if you're truly, the man that you say you are, right? You truly that guy. You're truly top G. So you can't really get phased by it. But when you do have a better physique or just like a more aesthetic body in general, they'll start to shit test you, because they're under the assumption that you already get females. Even if you're like one of those guys that are like kind of nerdy, but you have like a great physique, they're gonna shit test you because they're under the impression that you get women because of like how your physique looks. So you just got to make sure that you're prepared for that, because I never got shit tests when I was like chunky. I used to be kind of like that guy best friend, and a lot of these guys, unfortunately, if you have like a dad bod or you had like a gut, you're just like not pleasing to look at, facially and physically. they're gonna have you in their back pocket for like support, emotional support. That's what I was. I was like the shoulder to cry on, while she would go hang out with the Chad and Tyrone and go out with them at the club and get dug out by them. So I was pissed, bro. I remember when this happened. I was in high school. This is the first time it happened to me, and I wasn't in the best shape. Right. I had a girl that I was talking to for a while. You know, when you're on Snapchat and you guys are on #1 best friends list on each other, and I'm texting her, and then she goes out with another guy to a party. Turns out she was getting with him, and I was like, you know what? This is my redemption arc. And ever since then, bro, I was like, fuck that. Like, I'm done texting girls. I'm just gonna be the most aesthetic motherfucker that I could be and just do my own shit. Little did I know, lo and behold, that's actually what got me more girls. Pro tip: don't focus on chasing women, just focus on becoming the man that's worthy of attracting them. Right? I think that's the bigger thing. And you could start by just building an aesthetic physique. That'll do you 75% of it. Number 4, building an aesthetic physique actually filters out the low quality woman and the high quality woman. So if you notice that you're landing or you're matching up with like lower tier women that aren't really to your standards or your type. I remember when I wasn't the most consistent and disciplined and my physique reflected that, and the types of women that I was getting definitely showed. Again, this world's a mirror, guys. So when you have a more aesthetic physique, by nature, like the low quality woman, yeah, they might still like you and stuff, but they're gonna know that you're out of their league, right? And the higher quality women that you actually want are gonna be the ones you attract. You're gonna hit, you're gonna shoot those shots, and you're gonna land it, bro. I promise you. Because when you have an aesthetic physique, it shows that not only you're physically attractive to them, but it shows that you take care of yourself. You have discipline, you have standards, right? And that's what higher quality women look for in a man. Whereas the low quality woman just kind of go for that guy that smokes weed and drinks all day, every day, and has nothing going for him, right? So it's more than just physical, right? It's also from like a biological standpoint, as far as like the women want the best quality man. And you're going to get your best chances with those high value women if you're a high value man, right? And building that physique is like the first impression that they're like, okay, this guy's on his shit. Man, if you build an aesthetic physique, the types of women that you're gonna get is going to skyrocket. I'm getting way better quality women now in any country, right? I'm in Medellin now, so obviously I'm getting beautiful Latinas. But even in the States, like I was getting the best of the best when I was in Miami. So that's my recommendation. You can do all the looks maxing bullshit all you want, but what they won't tell you is that majority of looks maxing is going to be getting lean, right? Lean is law. It's not about the woman, guys. This video is not about, it's about you, right? It's about becoming the best version of yourself. You want to enjoy the process. Yes, getting women is a byproduct, but the ultimate result is you becoming a better version of yourself, right? You're going to develop better habits, better standards, and see yourself in a better way. Because at the end of the day, like I said, this world is a mirror. It's a direct reflection of how you perceive yourself to be. And when you're aesthetic, you have a nice body, you're got rid of the body fat, you feel better, you feel more confident. That's the brutal truth. Anyone that tells you that, oh, they're confident at 20% body fat is lying to you, brother. Because I remember when I was chunky and when I was skinny and chunky, I was not as confident, not nearly as confident as I am today. And you don't want to rely on having a good body to be confident, but it allows you to show up every day, build that discipline, and look at yourself in the mirror and just be proud and be like, yeah, I do that shit every day and I'm confident. And that confidence correlates to every single aspect of your life, right? That allowed me to start my online coaching business. That allowed me to help other men, inspire other men to do the same, right? And it allowed me to, most importantly, believe in myself. Because had I not believed in myself, I would not be sitting here talking behind the camera to you guys. So if you guys can get anything from this, understand that getting the woman is cool, but most importantly, it's the journey and the man that you become in the process and the values and discipline that you gain from and during this journey. That'll be the main takeaway. And if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like, comment, subscribe. Give me more topics to talk about. I love talking about, body game and female nature because it's so true. And it applies to not only females, but real life, everywhere, like relationships, female, friends, family, teachers, business. It applies to everything. So if you guys have any topics or anything you want me to cover, just comment it below. And if you guys are interested in getting in the best shape of your life in this new year, 2026, there's a link in the description to get in the best shape of your life. Fill out the form. I'll see if you're a good fit. And yeah, it's your boy Forever Drew, and we're signing out.